The defensive side start leaves KC on the attack and looking to quicken the pace on the B side already. They're jumping out of hookah and pincering this long play, leaving Shao on the floor and Angel running for the TP. B site most concretely secured, and a 5v4 post plan for NAVI. It's going to see Angel quite far away.
Yeah, he might even just have to go back through the second TP, but from this point for KC having this level of an afterplant, it's going to be difficult for NAVI to get back into this one. Smokes continuously put through. The spam has done quite a bit of damage, and nades being placed, but tomaszy already winning another battle in towards that hookah position. I don't see a way back into this for NAVI.
Yeah, good lookout by tomaszy. Too many players spotted an elbow that distracts them, draws their eye. And although he goes down eventually, it looks to be done and dusted. Zyppan trying to land that extra.
Shorty in lamps. Other than that, just going to be a couple of sheriffs.
Yeah, good potential to get damage done even with that bind. The flash is perfect. The swing on the back of it even better. And Shao gets out with 2. It could have been more, but 2 is still good enough. Ardiis tucked in on the site is baiting, trying to draw their eye again, but Angel's being spotted. Ardiis dealt with, and the pistols are forced back. At least most of them are. Zyppan's gone swinging into heavy traffic. Ends up flattened, and with damage done to NARRATE, yeah, NAVI could make this costly, but the chances of winning from here, very low.
Yeah, the only real thing would be as if they can gain some of the weaponry back. It doesn't look like there's much to really be found. I think they have an idea of where these players are going to be. SUYGETSU manages to get a couple off the back of it, and now it's left on to Angel. He's retrieved himself a sheriff. Up against marteen, the advantage still firmly sat with the player on KC's side, but the major issue is that that time is going to begin to tick, and Angel can almost just play with that. Try and wait for him to go for a plant. Doesn't really need to get into position. And marteen, obviously wary that if he gives up this spot, that's where the guns are.
Oh, that timing. He's just managed to cross for free. 15 seconds or so. Should be able to get the plant down, but it looks like Angel wants the TP. Pick up a weapon along the way. 35 health. Not a favorable position to play from, and that nade could block him out, but instead, somehow! Oh, frustrating round for Angel, but still a good one. 4 players spotted here. KC put in a box immediately. NAVI have that info, and they have slowed the push. What was going to be a very pacey take from the side of KC, the element of surprise combined with the numbers advantage. This time, though, they've been halted, and they're left with a pretty tough choice. Going through this smoke, you know they might have rotated. As we can see, there are 4 players waiting for these attackers to walk out, and once the flashes subside, the kills come in.
Zero utility, so that they can still throw out the nade or whatever they like to try and just go for the plant denial. Thrash is going to find absolutely nothing, and SUYGETSU is going to use this to try and reclaim some space. There is the Dizzy from the other side with a flash through, but he still wins his battle. The trade's back, though, from marteen, and NARRATE are fantastic. Leaving things on to just one. marteen attempting to try and do it all.
Going through kickoff, 3-1. KC leading. But NAVI have something up their sleeve. Viper's Pit deployed, and the rocket doesn't get fired out in time. SUYGETSU holds his ground inside of hookah. And again, KC's aggressive push is put to a stop. NARRATE is taking a lot of damage in that corner. He's gone down to the snake bite. An interesting decision. Perhaps he thought he'd get the upper hand as SUYGETSU went walkabouts. Instead, he has perished to a snake bite. It's not what you like to see.
No, definitely not the start they're looking for in a round where their economy is on the line. Our Viper's Pit is available, but they're actually just going to go peeking. Angel goes down. Maybe not expecting anybody to swing that wide. tomaszy also given another opportunity. The nade is going to leave Shin at least a little bit lower, but a round that was looking done, well, it now starts to look a little bit more done with Shin dropping to the judge.
Yeah, tomaszy was even trying to catch an angle as Shao came out or as someone emerged from spawn, but he's caught in the back. Too many players on NAVI still floating around. MAGNUM needs a big old play to make this happen. 1 flash still to work with, and 1 kill
towards this B site. Angel is still in this corner, hasn't been cleared, but it's only going to be the one. Even still, it gives the information over to Shao. Viper screen immediately goes up, and he's just looking to brawl, but he loses this time.
Toxins weren't there to keep it on up, and marteen caught around the side. What's happening with Ardiis? He just found 3 kills, quick as can be, but MAGNUM somehow stands to equalize it. A 1 versus 1 SUYGETSU, who's been sublime thus far, but spotted out by the floating cabbages. Magnum realizes that player's a little too close, so the rotation comes in. The plant could be secured. It looks like it will be. Nice, safe angle. But on the way back, there's a bit of danger. The timing could be perfect for SUYGETSU. He rounds the corner, but just about misses him. Magnum's managed to slip away. And SUYGETSU doesn't know where to. It could have been the walk to mid. The timing would have to be perfect. I think he'll suspect this position. But still 2 directions that Magnum can take it. Cat and mouse for now. The first tap should draw Magnum, but he's not afraid. He thinks it's all of
the sort of 2-2, the danger zone, and for NAVI, they're yet to lose on marteen again. He got off to the races very quickly in this matchup. Someone we know can take over these games, but it has been absurd, the damage he's been able to do. And again, a double opener to kick off this round. The only danger here, I was gonna say there were 3 players within the B side, Mitch, but now it's left to 1.
And ardiis' big slowing utility to at least buy some time is already being used. That nade was thrown down quite cautiously on B long. And he's going walkabouts, but something tells me if he doesn't spot these players on long, which would just be tomaszy on a timing. Oh, he's seen him. Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna go to A. He's gonna think he's flanking the real play. Instead, he does get back towards long, but what can he really do? He's gonna flash out. Ardiis is going for the play. He went big last round, but this time he is shut down before he can even get started. Maybe they'll see that lead slip.
He still goes Viper's pit.
Still has it, yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
Doesn't even need to see him.
Just another opener from marteen. These rounds have been so quick to start. And he's been winning a lot of those early battles. I think Zyppan might have taken a chunk of damage as well. He's down to just 42 HP. Ardiis with the flash. He's just thrown it to them, maybe to catch it. Not really a way that anybody can act off that. Maybe just trying to put into the heads that somebody was close.
Give the sound cue if they're around hookah. Maybe they hear it, think there's a long push, something like that. But yeah, I mean, they were stood there looking at it, thinking, well, what the hell is the idea behind that? Okay, he has 1 less flash, I guess. Easy peasy.
Spike planted.
Okay, so I was going to make the point. Viper's Pit, probably see it used here, Tom. Nope, not anymore. Not needed. It's a 5 versus 2, because you've, or 5 versus 3, pardon me. 1 player trapped in elbow, no way to get revived, and a ton of control. I love this from Magnum. It's not even checked.
No, they are being picked apart. The remaining players just going to try and back out of there, good at their training. Did smoke. And now we're going to see the second usage of that thrash. This time they are pushing off it.
Oh, no chance for Angel to trade, though. Could be good for Shao if it wasn't shut down so quickly. tomaszy there to play, and with a Viper's Pit still to work with, this could be the round where we see it get used. In fact, he's the one planting. Questionable. We'll see if it does get activated. There we go. At long last, the Viper's Pit comes into play. And this is not what you want to see if you're on the side of NAVI, now having to defuse the spike and play through all this decay. And you won't be fighting Viper all too soon either, because you've got a lot of players up close ready to take tomashy's place in these duels. The fight around the back sees 1 kill traded out, but with the spike still to be touched, that's where the real problem comes in. Of course, the pit doesn't fully cover, but they believe they've got utility, and they've certainly got the positions to fight back with time ticking away. A kill is needed very soon for NAVI, and in fact, they'll find 2. Now it goes back to winnable with no snake bites. tomaszy has to run in, shorty in hand, and he can't get there in time. Just about.
First one through, but for now at least, just walking up.
Did they see SUYGETSU? It doesn't look like it. The reactions aren't there just yet. The flash has caught him. It delays him a moment, and he goes down. marteen even found the kill onto Zyppan with the showstopper. NAVI now on a serious back foot.
Good paranoia.
Paranoia and double peek after. Can't fault it. You can't do much about it on the side of NAVI. You could almost be thinking about the save already.
Angel still looking for a fight. But again, this seems to be the thing. When KC go for these more sort of disjointed, like...
I believe it, 100%. And it's not even...
Definitely not the greatest weaponry, but definitely workable. Again, just look at the pace, though. KC switching it up. tomashy's positioning could be perfect. He's waited, but actually Shao just gets the perfect timing. Shin goes aggressive, and whoa, this very quickly has divulged into madness. So many individual fights being taken. and all of them being won by NAVI. It leaves NARRATE alone. You know that you don't want to give this man too much. They're just throwing their utility at him. He found 3 in quick succession. Down to just 38 HP, in fact 20, as the spams do even more. He needs to hit these final shots, and he needs everything to miss from the side of NAVI. You said he'd been a little quiet so far, but you can see that NAVI are giving him the respect he deserves at this stage. Sitting back within, he's found his 4th of the round. May not know the Shao's there, but he's able to reposition. He's able to fall back towards this B site. And as you said, he's got the perfect ultimate for a 1 versus 1.
Might be one of the most mechanically perfect setups to an ace that we've seen. Unbelievable. The way he picks off each and every angle, but one more still to find. Position should be perfect, even if he doesn't get checked. And actually, when that spike gets tapped, Thrash might be able to path up very close before it's spotted. In fact, used already. Very early on, NARRATE thought he heard him drop down, but it was a fake cue. Shao now knows where his opponent is. Thrash won't be here to help. It has to be the shot connected from NARRATE. The ace just a bullet away! And there it is! An absolutely unbelievable play from NARRATE! It was a matter of time until this guy woke up.
Oh, well, it's safe to say last week,
Enemy remaining.
NAVI were the ones dishing
They
out.
end up losing one of their own to the very same. Zyppan, hello. He is going very quickly. The nade already dug deep, and the shots, they're not really hitting. And NARRATE answers right back with a clean shot. The advantage now swings towards KC, but the spike has been planted. A chance for them to hold on to control, but they are being flanked on every which side. And these players now separated out, isolated in every duel. Molly line up for Shao. Maybe he can buy a little bit more time, but Angel's going to have to go nuclear on this site. Good luck to him. He doesn't even get the one.
The molly. It's at least there, but as you said, we now need back-to-back 1v5. Pop flash on either side. Aggressive from Shin as well. The Outlaw's going to kick things off. That's Shao gone. That's your smoke's gone.
You know, it's funny because you mentioned the Vitality game, and I think what Vitality say about their roster with 3 duelists better than anyone else in the world, I almost think they're talking about KC when they say that. Because this roster, I think that applies to, and a lot of people out there will agree with that. Marteen, NARRATE, and tomaszy, unbelievable players in their own right. MAGNUM has had one hell of a year so far. The year's only barely started, but he's been so impressive. A lot to be done by NAVI to fight their way back through. That's a good start with Shin down, and even managing to take Marteen.
It does seem like NAVI, they don't get those opening battles. They barely want any opening duels, but when they have been good, it's been a response. Their 4v5 stats must be pretty decent at this stage. For tomaszy, it's about damage. Can he remove any extra weaponry? A first goes his way, but I can tell you now, there shouldn't be anybody peeking. Especially with the util that's there, and eventually, looking like MAGNUM's going to be the one under pressure. Does have support from Hookah, but he needs to get out of here. Has a few supportive flashes, and straight in goes Zyppan. A comfortable entry, maybe not the most comfortable shots onto the Thrash.
He was running out of ammo, so just trying to preserve in case they ran through to follow up on the Thrash instead. Thrash is on the floor. You've got no value.
Powerless. Pace change though from NAVI. They're going to use all of that to take out their utility. Marteen still does well. Zyppan should get a trade. No, actually, it's just damage. A lot of damage, in fact, that's been done. MAGNUM's not going to be able to survive any longer, but Shin does a little bit more. NARRATE with the spam, but Zyppan again. He's now tagged down to 5, and it's left all onto SUYGETSU. The 1 versus 2 hits that first shot. Tries to bait in tomaszy. It's going to be Viper on Viper. Timing here for tomaszy looks pretty good, but round the corner goes SUYGETSU. The poison orb, and he's gonna...
I don't think you'll see it on this angle, Tom, if I'm being completely honest with you. MAGNUM, again, same old play, spots him, falls back. Seekers confirm what he's seen, but that could be a little bit of a problem. I believe that player is detained, is caught, but the TP comes through from KC to conserve the numbers. NARRATE picked up their sights on the B site. Now a nade's gone through, but the snake bite delays them. Reposition from tomaszy, and the shot breaking. The boom bot was from far away. They might not clear the corner on the way through with so many players here. Orbital strike draws their eye. And now here's the opportunity for tomaszy. So low on HP, but NARRATE capitalizes as they look to trade. Now, I don't know how tomaszy got the second one. Still on 24 health. And it's ZUYGETSU who's going to have to capitalize. Sure, they've tagged up 2 of these players, but there's 2 healthy and ready to fight. Just now making it to site with a Viper's Pit, blocking out ZUYGETSU, and Spam's coming back. It's a formality at this point. One more round for KC. And that's what we're witnessing here, short of 20-second 1v4 through a Viper's Pit, and frankly, end the series here if ZUYGETSU wins it. Give him the win.
Yeah, I think he's given up at this stage. 12 seconds, otherwise the map is... A lot of high-pace openers, and he's already running it down.
Oh, he's having to move out of the way quickly, too. Can't quite move quick enough, but the trades come in. And Magnum is forced out of the B site by the looks of things. KC already going to be finding themselves in the back foot. Never mind. That was a blind spray through the smoke. Magnum's got a big smile on his face, and he's right to. Putting the numbers in their favor. The damage down as well, with Shao tagged up a little bit. KC can group up and work this one together. Still the flash on NARRATE to make their way through, and a wingman to help on the defuse. This is going to be a strong round for KC as they get some information on the way through. Player on left blinded up and not taken out. In fact, it's the shock dart that finds a kill, and Shao triples up. Now it's all tomaszy, and the shoe has quickly found itself on the other foot.
Away with it, and now they have a 4th player in. That's the thing for KC. They've got that rotation already into position.
Looking to take this one pretty quickly. Magnum's already been dropped in the way through, and an isolated Shin has every direction to look at. Not quite able to catch the player that was stunned up, and now they're closing the distance, looking to take the fight themselves. 5 versus 2, 5 versus 1, falling like flies on the side of KC, and tomaszy left on the other side of the map with the entirety of the attacking side, and most of them being fully fit and ready to fight. He's going for the save. The right call to bring the weapon through to the next, but not a great start to KC's map pick as NAVI walk away with a 3-0 lead.
No, especially as a team as well, that we have sort of marveled at how good they've been in these retake scenarios. I almost wonder if a lot of what this composition allows for NAVI is to just disrupt them. Like, they've got so much like sort of awkward utility. You see the stuns from Zyppan is basically just put into those backlines. They're trying to jump in off the flash. They can't because they're stunned in a corner. For tomaszy, this now comes down to, can he hold on to his gun, and what he is doing.
It felt like there was no way to take their foot off the gas once they got going. For now, that won't be happening, as we already see Magnum go down, and it's not like you can really follow up on that trap from their current positions. Some easy space taking for the side of NAVI, as long as they can avoid these pistols. Maybe even the stinger too, because NARRATE's got a double. And now the round is winnable again for the defensive side with the spike dropped out in the open. And it's not like they've got anyone that makes it easy to retrieve that.
No, a dart was just used as well, so they can't even try and clear any of these angles. The only thing that really benefits them is that none of the guns are retrieved yet. And I almost wonder if the side of KC are just going to opt to play the numbers. Try and group up. Try and push this one together. Shin has got to be careful.
Left.
He's almost walked backwards into the angle. Angel now just looking to try and blockade.
I have the spike.
But instead, they're just very worried of where these players are going to be coming from. Just watching to see if anybody is looking to get a little bit ahead of themselves. Instead, he's going to throw out the dart, try and use that to almost distract as he will get the afterplant.
Reposition for the paranoia. I love it. It hasn't caught them, but it's forced them into a wider angle. ZUYGETSU down, and they know where Angel is, but look at the damage done. Already just 5 HP on marteen. It has to be Shin to help him out in this fight. They need to swing together, and the trade is found!
Which is exactly what it's going to do. Overdrive in play, looking for that fight onto Shin, and we'll find it. The rest of the team are able to rotate quite quickly, but they're taking damage as they do. NARRATE does well on the trades, and it's going to be down to just tomaszy, the rotator. But he almost has to fight this quick, otherwise they're going to have too many players to deal with.
And that's a tough round to watch. They fought ahead of the Cypher utility that was still online. tomaszy was playing in spawn specifically to keep those traps online. And they fight ahead of it. They give them the opportunity on the side of NAVI to take duels and play this round on their own.
Okay.
2 feet.
Down A.
1 kill already. And the low HP artist hasn't yet been spotted, and tomashy's spidey senses are tingling. He has to give away his position.
Still up. Checking into mid. They're just going to try and almost walk it through, and there is that Hunter's Fury. Hasn't connected on that first player. hoping for a little bit more, but they haven't really got anything from it whatsoever. Tomaszy, though, this time falls immediately in the trade. Whoa, it's a little bit labored. Magnum's still alive. Shin has now come onto the table as well, and now, well, with all the ults just still in play, still being used along the way, NAVI don't really stand a chance.
No, well, the 6 seconds left on the clock certainly doesn't help out, nor does the disadvantage in players that continues to stack up. SUYGETSU now.
Pacey. These takes are past all of the utility already. They know roughly where the setup has been already. And Angel now leading the way. They did the same again. Flashed off his drone. He's not going to find anything for it. And even though they got into the site, they've lost that first man.
They found my wire.
They have. The NAVI love to fight from behind. This is somewhere they find value again and again. See if they can make it work this time, as the plant still needs to go down. Marteen falls, and the aggression from SUYGETSU shouldn't be expected. The flash is good, and Tomashy's follow-up even better. Now the info, as the hat comes off the head. Thrash finds its mark, and Angel, well, he's all alone up against the full might. But NAVI stepped back. They were cautious, and now the reward is being found. Quickly retaking the space, punishing Marteen. Him down and out of the round early with Shin on 50 HP. This is a very good start for NAVI. The only problem is they're moving towards the A site, where, like you say, Tom, the gambles come in. KC, 3-man stacked on this site by the time the push comes through.
And they still have a drone to play with, but might just be the silence. Oh,
nice.
Almost getting that kill through the box. It's some extra damage. Right, still within the site, but for them to deny anything here, it has to be a fallback into the retake. So they had all of this initial control in play, but unfortunately, because of that lockdown, they're not going to be able to do anything to deny this plant.
They know Angel's here now. That flash was thrown up and over. Paranoia through. Good double to start with, and Tomashy's not letting go. They know where Angel is. They've known the whole time. Now they can narrow it down to just the one player, and no defuse necessary. The series could go to 3. We need this attack side to show us a few more. And a few more rounds. This is not a good start. Traded out early. Marteen stays alive.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where I don't think Zyppan is expecting 4 players to be peeking mid, and actually going to go pushing it, realizing that the gun is there. SUYGETSU, though, now they get the firefight, and it's SUYGETSU to clear them all up. Tomaszy, he said he's just better. He's going to try and do exactly the same. A second one, though. They're just facing up against this guy. Finally, they're going to go and get themselves a post plant. I've been waiting for it for a couple of rounds, but they didn't need to fight him. And now, one away from the neural theft. He gets a kill here. He's already on a fast flank. Might not necessarily be expected. In fact, Shao is just going to go walking in. Lucky for him that he's to fight again. NAVI, they don't give us a second notice. They are going straight through. They've had a lot of success getting into the B site, but the retakes have been solid. Marteen again, Tomaszy from the back. Already giving them a double man advantage. A post plant should be available for NAVI, but this is the thing. Look at what is left. Almost all of the utility, a neural theft to find that extra information. Good luck, NAVI.
It looks like that neural theft came in early. I don't know how he's predicting that with pinpoint accuracy, but Angel's got to be frustrated. Tapped down to 50 HP through the boxes. Last pack in the back, another one going through, and the push will come on the back of it. Not going to catch either player in the crossfire. Still good, but the defuse underway. Half already, and there's no chance.
This B-side success has been minimal.
And, you know, this time they'll get success, as in they'll get towards the site and even find a plant. What to do with it from there? Angel picks up another orb. So you've now got a Hunter's Fury online and the plant coming through. But the big deal is that showstopper. Marteen picked up an orb earlier on and now has it online to work with. Magnum dropped right off rip. But now they'll look to entry back through, and here it comes. The showstopper any moment now as the nade goes through to the right. Marteen gets up nice and close. Blast packs in play. Does he find his mark on the way through? They've fallen back, and he will find Shao. But at what cost? The trade out. It forces them into the angle. The Hunter's Fury firing off all the while, and now they can spray up against that wall. Not finding a kill as they do, but the shots coming back confirmed there's 2. They know this round is already in the books for the side of NAVI, and the round not going to matter. KC have a lot of players to deal with on the way through, but that blind is perfect. No chance for SUYGETSU to fight. Shao, though, does some damage on the cross. Angel down as well, and KC yet to find an angle to fight from. Looks like just recovering that wingman and not going to main. Smoke online for Shin, but not used. They just want to fight this, and it's worked out to start.
That was disgusting. Peeking ahead of the util. This time, though, the trade is in. Information should be grasped, but they don't actually spot the third player. That could put a little bit of doubt in the minds of this Navi side. The spam not connecting anything, but now they need to get onto this. SUYGETSU can only find one, but they are sticking it on that defuse. They've made it to half, but both players are within one shot, in fact! I think that's the main goal. It's not worked out, though. SUYGETSU goes peeking. Zyppan is caught trying to fight into mid. It's not going well for the side of NAVI until Shao at least manages one. It's two. He's on the boost. That's such a common spot for Omen players, and he's got away with murder.
I guess, again, tunnel vision by the flash that went through. They see a player on the side. That's where you're looking as you swing on in. Not expecting a sneaky little play from Shao. He escaped with 44 HP as well. tomaszy gets nothing in the way of information other than one player close, which is something they could have guessed. For NAVI,
30 seconds left.
Knife gets nothing, so you start the rotation. Start to think about where these players on the attack could be taking the spike. That's why we see Angel on the other side of the map, but ardiis has to stand strong, and it's only one kill found. Now they move ever closer. Rash is used, of course. They expect more players to be here, but it is wide open for the taking. The plant needs to be safe, and it looks to be. Nothing to really push them out. Angel might have a shock dart ready, but he's got his rifle in hand instead, looking for the fight. They're separated. Shock dart through to force him into Shao's waiting arms. It's only Narrate left. One of the strongest players we've seen in quite a while, but he's got to get on that spike. It's being diffused as we speak. And he's forced. Comeback, sort of resilience. TP used, cancelled, and now spotted two players towards the spawn. They know exactly where these defenders are. They might not know that there's 4 players on B, though. It's stacked up. Marteen on his way through. Good rocket. It hasn't found the kill. In fact, these players still on NAVI are dishing out damage. 3 versus 2, down to a 2 versus 1. But tomaszy has to retrieve that spike, and, well, if he sprints through, he's going to pick it up for free. He's in and he's out.
An immediate shot, and the reveal available. Timing here is going to be absolutely everything.
Start to realize what you're truly up against, and a spam from ardiis gets a kill.
Yeah,
I mean, that is just unfortunate.
Cleared one out. Angel's repositioned, but it's a little bit labored. And then look like they're still tempted to fight this. Bear in mind, the weaponry is so far in NAVI's favor that they don't really have a need to take gambles here. It's worked out for ardiis, though. Winning every single fight put in front of him. On for the ace, as MAGNUM is the only man remaining. May just try and get a plant in. Instead, though, he's going to go pushing. He wants to give ardiis the fight, and ardiis will take it all down to the side of KC. So, expectations not the highest.
For sure, I'll give you that, but it got a little scary. I think ardiis has done a remarkable in hand, but the main thing I'm looking at is Narrate. He's got his ultimate. It's not going to be used. Instead, it's just Marteen going out. Their own recon drone.
Well, from 0 to 0. ardiis already gone. Pop flash over the top. Angel and Shao already again is these preemptive retakes, but grouping up as a unit. SUYGETSU has been able to find a gap. Marteen low, but a high-low setup makes this fight fairly awkward. Maybe not quite in line, though. That will leave it up to MAGNUM. 2 kills already to his name. 2 more needed to be found. And he's going to have to take a peek around this. Does manage the kill onto SUYGETSU. Just 5 HP remaining.
See, there's a moment where you start to see them put the pieces together.
A KO combo. They normally find something, and while they've spotted one in the back of mid, Angel doesn't need to overface this now that they've got that man advantage.
Cage trigger.
That drone just spotted 2, maybe even 3 players on mid.
Shock dart.
Good bit of information to play
30
with.
seconds left.
Although the shock might not find its mark, NAVI just need to sit back as Thrash comes through. Clears out some space, but a glorified recon drone, and indeed cancelled out by the ult in play. A good attempt by MAGNUM to find value, but spotted with perfect timing from Shao. The defensive side stacks the advantages now. 5 versus 3 as Hunter's Fury is called in, and another nail in the coffin of this round. It was with lots of utility on that B site, but it will be hay that's tested instead. ardiis, full belt of util that he's working with, no shields. The impact will be felt as already slowing down the heaven drop. fragmenting the push to site. They'll try to scrap with the players on ramp already, dropping Magnum, and now SUYGETSU's on the right clicks. He's found himself a double, and they haven't seen ardiis either. Oh, it's looking beautiful. It's looking clean. In that second round, the ideas from KC were clear. They had the TP up on the cruise.
And in fact, it seems like it may have even worked. Angel started the rotation back, but now they go pushing as well. Nothing really being seen. The fake out is going to give away that the players coming in on A, where all of the NAVI members are waiting.
They're so ready for this fight. SUYGETSU's good for the first, but Magnum's done a world of good for this attacking side with 10 seconds left. They set foot on the site, and the spike will see the floor in the last couple of the round. KC 3 versus 1, and it's the leader of NAVI leading by example this time if they're to have any chance. And well, that paranoia
you can see from the shadows, or just the straight TP, and pressure immediately in onto NAVI.
There will be a moment to breathe as the A site is realized as the true target. SUYGETSU picks off the player on B, but now they see it's wide open. Sprays through the smoke. A little bit of damage done, but KC took away. 3 players on site, and marteen's not got the best of positions. It is a good spot, but as we can see on the map for this retake, it doesn't look like it will find any fruit. Said he has to be swinging as they make their way out onto the side, and it's a very narrow gap in margin for him to take, but he'll find one off the reveal. The snake bite is perfect.
Went a lot deeper to hold them.
Nothing else afterwards? They maybe have given it up. They're rotating, but no, there's a judge close.
Spike down, B.
And now they start to realize what was going on, why everything got so quiet so quickly. The advantage sits to NAVI, and in a round like this, oh, it's so valuable to be able to group up, and sure, the trades aren't likely, but if you find them, the round can be yours. The lead can stay to NAVI.
Oh, the thing is though, Angel, he's actually going to go pushing. He manages to get 2 of that. I felt like he should have been dead almost immediately. Just catching them a second time. You got to feel foolish for KC at this point. 2 aggressive pushes, 2 with massive success.
We said that it was hard to really see anything for this squad. I like that. A little bit of ground taken on the gate crash. 1 player spotted up top, 1 player down below. Nightfall used. This is for NAVI now, confirming that there's no one outside A. They've sent the rotation of Zyppan already. He wants to make it to Heaven, but Heaven's being lost. It's being given up. Showstopper makes its way down below. Hasn't been activated just yet, but as the ults come in and the players cascade onto the site, here comes the rocket. A big opportunity, and it's found 2! Zyppan on point with his 3rd shot, swinging in for more, and he'll eventually be shut down. But he's done his job, and he's done enough. 3v1. And Magnum has to dig deep to have any chance at taking this across the line. They know where he is. The seize is perfect, but he was
all start to this one for Shao. He's definitely gone down once or twice, but after the spot is in, Viper's Pit will deny this space, or at least you think it will. They're setting up a Prowler. They're going to send the fake out in.
They know where he is.
Showstopper going to be used, and SUYGETSU goes down to it.
That's so smart. Yeah, the decoy was sent through. As soon as it's broken, they can put him in a box. They know exactly where he's playing, and in the worst case, he can't get away. Nice shot by Zyppan.
Paranoia as well was so well timed.
The nade too. Not only are you blind, but you have to move as well. It's so much harder to keep your crosshair pinned on those ropes and fire at the right time when you can't see a thing, and you gotta move. Quick trade as well. NAVI, I would say keep the advantage. This defense spread thinner, but it's where KC are going. It's the steps towards B main that's been taken. NAVI have already stepped in, taken this angle. Although Shao is spotted, it's the second player. You might not expect Angel to be here. In fact, you may almost try to pressure after you've taken the side in towards this angle, and that's when they strike. Only 1 for now. And they know Shao is here. He's the player that was accounted for in this play. So they're gone looking, they're gone hunting. And yet to find him. Did he slip back to main? The question now running through their mind. There's the answer, but it comes at a heavy cost. Again, down to the 1v1 with NAVI still having Rolling Thunder, 15 seconds left, and here it comes. You're going to be pushed off the site, back into a safe position, at least for Shin. But here comes the stun, and after that, the aftershock. Oh, it's going to get a little dangerous. No, the utility's not put down. Instead, ardiis swings his way around the smoke, up close. Just yet. Will still be a tough hold on the site. Prowler goes past the decoy, catches a player in main, slows them down yet again. Snakebite on 4, but there's a gap, and they're on their way. Reveal up and over. Catch a few, in fact, it catches most of them. Good info to play off of, and great execution. Angel's got himself a triple, and he's not even gone down. We can still see 5 rounds for KC if it's nothing but flawless play from this point forward. You mentioned they leaned a lot towards the A site. We haven't seen them there for a while, but certainly a successful opening as they've already dropped ardiis.
Yeah, that has been one of the players they've really been struggling with in terms of just utility usage. That Viper's Pit is used, but they've still got their own Nightfall. They could just counter whatever NAVI opt to throw in. Paranoia is still available as well for Shao. Straight away, Angel's going to try and clear some of these close corners. They've got so many players to try and get rid of, but a bit of an unorthodox spot from the Ray is not going to be checked. It doesn't win the battle, though. Shin, however, is very quick to trade things out, but NAVI have turned this back into a winnable scenario. Zyppan with the showstopper, but so low, it might not be the time to use it. He almost does it anyway, and if it's placed in the right spot, he's probably won the round.
Probably.
Oh, the good counter, though, to Angel's aggression is to shoot him. Shin has taken him out immediately. An upgrade on the gun, and well, for Shao, it's not really much he can do. Hit by the Nightfall, not going to be worth the risk here.
Okay, we got a nade through, but
They expected it.
no Angel, so no C's. And even then, they'd stepped off site, like you say, Tom. They expected it. N4RRATE had a nasty spot last round and got punished hard for it, despite what looked like an advantageous position. Now nade up top, he'll be falling back. That's, you know, it is a nade. It's a nade that we have seen, and that's all I'll say about it. For N4RRATE, they might not expect him to... They expect him to still be around here, and NAVI take every kill. I mean, we can't even see one because they all come in definitely on the site.
There.
And what's the decision? Looks like they're going to commit to it. That gate crash will be spotted and followed. They're waiting for the TP.
Right, it is going to be this push. Multiple players here. Marteen is already dead. It will be a trade out, though. SUYGETSU still somehow surviving at least a second longer than he should have done. Stun. No one can really play off it, but there is still the Rolling Thunder available for ardiis. Look how far away Zyppan is, though. I think they were still expecting this to be a rotation back to the other side of the map, so he is a country mile away from here. This fight could be everything, and tomaszy wins it with relative ease. ardiis going to throw his ult in, might as well, but he has to clear the close angle.
You're thinking that was going to occur, but right here, the 2-2, the equalization of KC, and they end up with 3 at the half. The push is good. Marteen's in. But he's not out. Not using the gate crash yet, and could have been a costly mistake.
I didn't expect SUYGETSU to be there on another late lurk. Right, Tinker's just been connected onto tomaszy, and SUYGETSU, his only plan here is to be annoying, to waste time, to be in their back.
Disgusting.
Already, they're going to try and get back in. Angel's found another. It's awkward, but Shin wins the fight. Still, that man is lurking in the backlines. Look how low they are. They might all go down, but instead, it's a quick trade. Shao now stuck, surrounded, has to try and isolate one, and that's exactly what he'll do. But the snake bites might have just done the job. He is sat there in the back. A second one will be going. And Shin,
he's got it.
The time is ticking away. I don't even know if there's anything he can do at this stage. Just looks to try and get the final kill. They didn't clear this man out, and he will close out the round.
Denied that rotation for a second or two longer, and even set up a nice little angle that tomaszy somehow wins off of.
Zyppan's face said it all. He was surprised as anyone. 2 players looking to try and reclaim that ground. It's going well for KC, but there's always a response. Shao is on just 1 HP. Last lease of life, and already trapped, but I don't know if anybody's actually going to be able to push ardiis off of the angle. The C's was good, but they didn't get the kill, and well, you don't kill this man off, he punishes you.
Back to fighting form. Oh, nice kills though. It's only SUYGETSU, and he can't even run the clock down. He has to win the fights, and he won't.
Gonna be able to do with the dimensional drift though. Potential for getting that info. The C's. Oh. Definitely a little bit awkward. 3 players currently stacked up here. Zyppan, I'm sure he was hoping that would go a little bit further. They really want to try and fight this. And well, eventually he'll go down, but the trade is immediate. An Angel, like shooting fish in a barrel, takes N4RRATE's head clean off. That fight, I don't think I've ever seen a team fight that aggressively in towards the vents. And well, KC have paid the price.
I mean, Tom, we have seen those rounds, but typically when there's big weaknesses there. You know, you're going to use the blast pack and flying up the rope to try to take advantage of the chaos and pull the round into your favor. Here with rifles, it's a crazy risk to take. It doesn't work out. The side of NAVI have a huge advantage to work off of. No need for any risks. They will group up together, play this one as a team. Even putting the Nightfall into play, it will not catch anyone. This was looking more towards main. Magnum's closer now than he was expected to be, but that stun from ardiis. His utility has been on point. This is a player that, in the early days of Valorant, was known for being on a team full of no-brainers, just aimers. G2 back in the day, it was painful to watch them play, because they didn't give a damn about defaults, set strats, executes. No, they execute. Take back that top spot from Foot.
Grouping up. That's what KC likes to do. Push this one together, although deciding which direction to head in. The site's going to be taken by Zyppan. Not much they can do. Stop that great haunt, though. That's going to be a freebie. And that space that was garnered has quickly been lost. With his life, counter utility put in though. Plant not going to be denied, but Dimensional Drift is going to be thrown in just to get all of the information KC could ever need.
Got two players. Well, one of them's already dead. There's the third spotted and all accounted for. Good paranoia. Fantastic paranoia. It didn't catch Shao, but the bullets of tomaszy certainly did. And ardiis is now, after retreating and being spotted falling back, left with no... Well, already, if this was the first half, Tom, I would be sitting with KC pretty convincingly. They've managed to have a fan...
KC that this could be a hit towards the B side. 3 players still in position. Shin, however, does have his paranoia. He'd be able to slow them down if he needs to.
30 seconds left.
For now, at least, it seems like, again, they're happy to play that post.
Not even the attempted spams through. Hit's gonna fall in a moment as the rotates begin. Or have indeed begun. The Heaven fight, it's everything. Tight position for Shao, some damage done. He's got some support down below in the vents. They just need to distract long enough for ZUYGETSU to strike, and that he will. A quick double and a clean bit of control for this side. The drop down to sight is going to be tough to follow through on. Okay, the paranoia is actually good, but look at ardiis just repositioning immediately. Heaven control going to be retaken. The plant spot, not great. They do have to flood back to the side if ardiis goes down, but he is holding strong.
An issue for KC. Rolling Thunder immediately set up alongside the showstopper. The site control is going to be taken. I don't think there's anything that can be done to stop it. And with a Viper's Pit still available, NAVI can set up into an almost perfect post plant.
Yeah, this will be a very tough round to break. They're already going in. The pace is how they want to solve it. But NAVI have answered back. ardiis grabbing himself a kill, still with utility. In fact, almost a full belt of utility to play with. And as they've broken the pace of this retake, KC slow it down, start to focus on the site. ZUYGETSU's got his flank underway. They're buying time, and they'll buy plenty of it on the site. ardiis firing away his utility. tomaszy grabs 2, but they still have to deal with ZUYGETSU. Still have to drop this man, and he's got a double with a pin down. The spray will not catch the kill. tomaszy has 4 kills to try and claim this, and he won't.